Hello friends, thank you again for visiting the channel, SiD's Impressions. Really appreciate the support and I hope it's creating some sort of value for you. The topic I wanted to speak to you about today is taking one step at a time. Now I remember I've spoken about taking action, and what I'm trying to do today is break that down into simpler tasks. Now remember that day where you actually had that inspired thought and you jotted it down onto some notebook or your diary or an app that you wanted to action on it some day in the future, but probably haven't actioned on it or haven't acted on it. Now the reason why people tend to do that, or especially I tend to do that, and I'm pretty sure it resonates with a lot of people listening to me today, is the fact that the eventual goal is a big thing, right? It's a big task to achieve, but it doesn't have to start off as that. You need to break that down into smaller tasks that you can achieve on a daily basis. Now, just think about it this way, right? If it were an app that you wanted to make, there are so many things that go into making an app, and it's not just the coding. Of course, if you're not a coder, and if you start thinking of an app idea, and then you get all inspired, you sign up for a Udemy course for $10, $15, $100, whatever it is, you start learning, you get to a certain point, but you drop off because your motivation is, it only takes you so much. The reason why that most likely is the case is because you've taken up too big a task to achieve in too short amount of time. So instead, break it down into smaller tasks. There are so many things that go into building an app. For instance, just taking that as an example, there's designing the app. That could be done on a piece of paper or on a whiteboard, whichever way you want to do it. So whatever you can do for yourself to make yourself feel good about the fact that, hey, you've contributed towards that idea and making it a reality, please do that. That could be saving money for a financial goal. It could be writing the first chapter or the introduction of the book that you want to eventually write, or the speech that you want to give. There's so many things that you could do which are smaller in size and but definitely significant in terms of their overall value, that you could do on a daily basis that you still can do today without a lot of training, without a lot of guidance, without a lot of help from anyone else. And the magic that has is the moment you achieve those small wins, it sets you up for success the next day for doing even bigger tasks, or you will galvanize the help. The moment you put that energy, that effort into creating that small piece of the big puzzle, and you start speaking about it or sharing it with people, friends and family, what you would eventually be doing is galvanizing the help that you require to be able to get to that end stage. So please don't complicate stuff. The reason why most of our ideas stay ideas on paper or on an app is because we tend to complicate them and make them look like big things to be achieved. They may be big things, but if you consider it one of the pieces in a puzzle, then you would start solving one of the smaller ones initially, and then you would move on to the bigger ones, and eventually it all works out. You either find help who people are extremely enthusiastic about doing this along with you, or you do it yourself. How does that matter? The eventual goal is for you to be able to put that product or thing or book, whatever it is that the goal was, to achieve that. And so start with small things, do that on a daily basis, and you'll find yourself at a much better place eventually. That's my word of advice today, and I'm following that with so many different things in life right now, be it writing that blog, or making this video, or creating an app that I'm working on. That's something that I've learned over a period of time. I've learned it the hard way, where I've dropped off on big projects that eventually someone else has made, and I feel like, damn, I had that idea, if only I'd made it. But no regrets. That's how it is. So instead of having this regret later on in life, why don't you just make smaller wins, do something about that idea that you had, and start small, make it big. Thank you. Bye-bye.